Okay, so here we have the guitar with a brand new pickguard. It's a style called Tiger Yellow. It's sold by a seller on eBay called Dangleberry. I think they have a store in the UK. Apparently Dangleberry is actually the name of the road that the store is on, so I thought that was sort of a weird name. But yeah, so this is from a 30 by 29 centimeter piece. I got it cut with a CNC router using the PDF template of a fellow online whose name I'm afraid to mispronounce. So you'll probably see it flashing on the screen any moment now. But yeah, he's a cool dude who went through the trouble to make the PDF and put it up online for everybody else to do the same thing. So we definitely want to thank him. One thing I did notice about the PDF is that it's not completely accurate. It's pretty close, but the neck pocket and the little half circle divot there above the control plate are a little bit smaller than they should be when they cut the pieces out. So I had to kind of take a file and some sandpaper and open them up a little bit to get it to fit on the guitar and get the screw holes to line up. The bridge piece came out perfectly. There was no issue with that whatsoever. This stuff is actually 3-ply, so you'll notice I sort of took a Sharpie to it around the edges and blacked out the 3-ply so you couldn't see the white stripe. The stuff is actually, the white is the center, unlike most pickguard materials where the white's on the outside edge. Like if you look at the old pickguard, you'll see here it's got that sort of sandwichy thing going on. Whereas if you look at the new piece on the inside there, or here, you can see that the white is the center stripe. So you can see here, there was enough, as you can see here, there was enough to actually cut out 2 bridge plates and the pickguard. And this would have been the jack plate, but I decided I didn't want it because, you know, this has a perfectly good metal jack plate that I don't want to mess with. So, but you can see how clean the work is here. Can't get it to sit still. So that's about the size of the bit, I suppose, that they used to cut it out. But I think Dangleberry used to sell a larger size sheet where you could actually get 2 pickguards and bridge plates out of it, but unfortunately that's not what I ended up with. So actually there's going to be a second one cut because I have some, besides the issues with the sizing, which I managed to file out, I want to try to get the file fixed so I can put it up online and have it be perfect if possible. So with that in mind, I wanted to address some issues. I mean, this is just nitpicky stuff, but if you look at it, the original, check it out. So you can see it's basically pretty much exactly just like the original. So there's an issue, I think, with the horn here, where you'll notice that the cutaway, the pickguard isn't uniform, like it is here for the distance, or ish, but it's not as uniform. So it kind of swoops in a little bit here more than it should. And then here too, this part should be slightly fatter and more rounded, like to be like a regular Telecaster or even like an original Mad Cat. I mean, really, it's just sort of weird design. It's almost like pointing like a strap pickguard. Now I could totally live with it, but since there's going to be another one cut anyway, I wanted to go ahead and get any design issues I could think of worked out so that it's, you know, just as nice as it can be. as perfect-ish as we can get it. So, now, the folks that cut it for me, they're in Maryland. The place is called Quality Engraving and Design. I'm going to put the web address up. They're really nice. They, you know, the turnaround time was super fast. Got the pieces back really quickly. Didn't have to, I think it was the next day or the day after. It was, you know, I'm sure it just depends on their workload, but, you know, they're really cool about it, and they were willing to work with me. And, yeah, they did a great job. So they said that they'd be willing to do it for other folks, so if you're interested in doing it. Hopefully we'll have the new pickguard soon, and we'll have the, if I can get it taken care of, the upgraded design. So if you want to send it to them, then they'll already have the template. So all you have to do is send them material, or you could order it on eBay and have it shipped to them even, I would imagine. So that definitely worked out pretty well, I think. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, the shielding. I did a much better job shielding it this time. You'll notice in my shielding video, I never actually showed the back of the pickguard that I shielded. That's because I did a really crap job. So if you watch the shielding video and you're watching this one too, and you haven't done it yet, make sure you use a really sharp blade. I didn't change the blade in my X-Acto knife when I went to cut it, and yeah, it was sort of embarrassing. But this one actually came out really sweet. Unfortunately, I didn't take a picture of it, I don't think. Or I might have. If I did, I'll edit it in. But, yep, so this is the crap one. This pickguard, really not a fan. I'm not sad to see it go. I mean, I've taken to calling it a mother of bacon. It's the weirdest, like, tortoiseshell print looking stuff. Sort of a pepperoni kind of scary ice cream swirl. But anyway, let's see if there's anything else I wanted to mention. Oh, the angle. This is beveled at a 45-degree angle. I think for the next one I might have them do 30, because I'm not really trying to feature this edge here. So I'd rather have the material, the design, come out farther and just have a sharper, you know, drop off. So I'll probably have them do it. They use a beveling machine. So it's done by hand, but it's, you know, they use a machine to actually cut the edge so they can set it to different angles. You know, one thing that I think would be beautiful on this guitar, if anybody wants to try it, that's not me, it would be a clear pickguard, especially if you've shielded the cavities, or even without, it would still look pretty. But other than the, you know, you have the route here, but even with that, I think it would look neat. And that's another thing. I've heard people talk about taking a marker to a clear pickguard to try to make it look like one of these. There's also the common misconception that the original ones had clear pickguards, and then it was the orange showing through. That's not actually the case, and we'll talk about that in a second. But the channel, if you tried to do one of those marker pickguards, you'd have to remember to basically block out all the places. You know, this has a huge square pickup route. So if you try to do that clear pickguard thing, just keep in mind that you're going to have like dark holes, you know, where the cavities are, or maybe even see the hole inside of the wires. But the pickguards that were on the original Mad Cat, they weren't 3-ply, obviously. They were cellulose nitrate. Now, cellulose nitrate used to be used on a lot of different pickguards. I think Fender used it. But it's basically gone away because it's super flammable. I think it's there's issues like shipping it from state to state in the US. But there's another kind of cellulose called cellulose acetate that I believe is less volatile, that they do use to make pickguards on occasion. The problem is it's really difficult to get in a consumer kind of quantity. Basically, unless you buy a whole bunch of it, you can't get it from any of the distributors. I think they're in China mostly. There is an Italian company that made celluloid called Mazzucchelli, They make glasses frames and things like that, and they make, you know, the super classy, quote unquote, cellulose, celluloid, whichever you want to call it. Um, but like I said, it's like the China places, you can't really get it from them directly. But hopefully someone will eventually find some nice black and yellow cellulose and start cutting pickguards for it, and then we can all be happy then. But for now, I mean, this seems to work pretty well for me. I'm definitely happy with it. I want to give credit to the guy that found this stuff, because a lot of folks are using a different kind of pattern that is nice, but it kind of looks to me like I think it's called Wildcat Yellow. Wildcat Yellow is cool, but it kind of looks like a yellow cow print. So, um, yeah. But oh, another name for this style of, or the style in the original Mad Cat for the tortoise is Australian tortoise. Apparently, that's what some folks call it. I've googled it and not gotten that many hits, but I've gotten some. So, if you Google Australian tortoise or Australian tortoise shell, you may find some examples. One other thing is when you take the pickups out to mount on the pick guard, you want to remember to put the springs in the right way. And it's funny because I forgot and I googled it. And the fat side of the spring goes toward the pick guard. It's to make the the pickup more stable and flatter. So I guess it gives it a wider base to lean against the pick guard when the spring is in there. So anyway, so this is what it looks like. Hopefully you can get. I mean, if you can find a place near you that does CNC routers, then great. And we'll try to get the design up for you soon. If you want to send it to the owner of the QED place. QED place. His name's Tommy. He's a super nice guy. But if you want to send it to them, you know, they'd be happy to do it. They did say that they'd ship internationally. I can't remember if I mentioned that already, but yeah. So hope you like the guitar. Hope you like the video. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Mister. Hello. You're not a mad cat. No. Hello. What? I hear ya. What's going on? What's up? Guessing you've had about enough, huh? Is that right? Yeah. What? What? Hello.